Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Happy Sunday. So, last night I did do something that I didn't think would actually happen until the end of the month. I reached 300 subbies. Yay! So I will post my freebies later today after I get home from church, and I'll post a video like I usually do about them. So that's awesome. I will also be posting part 2 of the community word search. I'm still working on part 3 as well, so, you know, fun stuff, fun stuff. For anyone new, today is not budgeting related. Today is health related. On Sunday, the beginning of the year, beginning of the year, there was a group of ladies doing a Health and More 2024, and I kind of snuck in on that. So on Sundays, I just kind of go over some health stuff. It kind of helps keep me accountable. It helps me also more so do what I want to do, like tracking this stuff. This holds me accountable for actually tracking it during the week. This week was a little off, as you will see. So, yeah, let's just get into it. But these are some awesome reminders. This came on some Happy Mail. A friend gave me this a month or so ago. And then this one, a friend gave it to me at church last week. Which I really needed it this week because, like, it was a preemptive strike. So I mentioned it a little bit yesterday in my video that I kind of hit a funk this week. And it's because I don't know if it's like the depression acting up or if it was something else. Like I was told something extremely disrespectful that was repeated to me from someone, like the two people who said it, I do a lot for, and it was disrespectful. So it kind of, I don't know, you know when you do a lot for people and then you always have that gut feeling that they don't respect you, and then something like this happens, you're like, yeah, they don't at all. It was just kind of a that moment. Oh shoot, what time did I take my my medication this morning? I did it right before I started this video. How long is this video? It's probably like 2 minutes, right? Okay. The reason why I need to know what time is because I have to wait 30 minutes before I do anything else to be able to, excuse me, to be able to, take my next medication to eat or anything like that. And, I'm going to rotate this because I'm a sideways rider. Just for everyone who's new, I'm not coughing because I'm sick, although I could be. You never know. I'm coughing because in 2020 I had COVID and pneumonia at the same time, and went into the hospital and was put on a ventilator and a medically induced a coma, and ever since then my body has not been the same, but I've had like a chronic cough since then. And it's not like a I'm dying cough, it's more of a I am constantly clearing my throat kind of cough. So, so I'm sorry. It is worse in the mornings, and that's when I have to do all this because I test my blood sugar and stuff. Because since then, I was always told I was pre-diabetic, and then suddenly everybody's like, no, you've been diabetic for years. And I'm like, yeah, no one's ever told me. So, yeah, that's expected. Check my blood sugar once a day. So that's 8. So it's 828. So this is the highest it's been in a while. But it is expected. Yesterday, I was still in my mood, and I have been eating my feelings this week. So, you know, my numbers are going to be fantastic. But, it's the weekend, and we have my niece and nephew here who are in my video on Friday. And they, We typically order a pizza while they're here, and it's typically on Saturday nights. And I wanted to eat, but I wanted to eat earlier, but we ordered it too late. And glutinous sugar does affect me more than non-glutinous sugar because I have Hashimoto's, and that's insulin resistance. And I was diagnosed with not PMS, PCOS. Jeez. And that also has insulin resistance, and they think that's what's causing the diabetic blood sugar issues. But like as you can see, like this week has been pretty high. It just steadily got a little higher. But honestly, tomorrow it's probably going to go back down because I just feel gross today, and that is because I had a lot of gluten. Because I don't do pizza, but I do cheese bread because I don't like marinara sauce. And yeah. So I got the cheese last night, so I'm not going to do anything about that. But because of the cheese and one of my other medications, I only take 2. My other medication, it's not, my stomach is not happy. But also ever since COVID, I've been tracking my oxygen levels, my O2 levels, just because since I'm always coughing, I never know when I'm sick. But when these bounce around, I can be like, oh yeah, I'm getting sick. So, ooh, 96, that's not good. Okay, I'm going to give it a minute because it should bounce up. I'm typically 96, 97. Actually, I'm typically 98 these days, but 97 is not too concerning. Okay, see? Oh. Okay. I'm going to say 96, 97. My doctor did want me to take like a blood sugar medication. I've been on several. They've always made me sick. This was a new one that like is not supposed to make you sick in the same way because it doesn't do the same thing or something. I don't know. But when I went to pick it up with my insurance, it was $1,800. So I hard passed on that one because that's ridiculous. But yeah. So I also check my blood pressure because high blood pressure does run in my family. Those numbers have been kind of erratic this week as well. I don't know if that's because of the incident or normal. Actually, my numbers are always erratic. So, excuse me. But yeah. So, I can't talk during this because it'll spike it. So I gotta be quiet. So let's listen to the gentle hum together. Yeah. Like I said, it's been all over the place. Yesterday was like way lower than this. Sorry, it's so bad today. 152, 84, 84. I'm gonna run this again. Just because that is higher than I was expecting. So took it off and then decided to run it again, so I had to reposition it. Like, and I could be doing this wrong, and these could be all wrong because of that, but, you know, let's try. Like, is it normal for it to change, the top number to change, like, 9 whatevers in, like, a minute? Second at 8:34. Like, honestly, is that normal? I don't know anything about blood pressure. So, whatever. I would say I don't care, but obviously I do. I'm tracking it. So, so pixel trackers, let me check my sleep. Okay, I haven't checked it for a couple days. So, oh man. Because I know it's been either way too much or way too little. So, today's the 17th. 4 hours and 38 minutes. Oh, I woke up in the middle of the night. And 1 hour, so that's 6 hours. That's like 6.5 hours. Oh, it says it right there at the bottom. Because I do the actual sleep time, not the amount of time I spent in bed. So 6.5. Slightly over 6.5 hours. Is this blue one on the 17th? Which is this one? So I need to go back a couple of days. I've been having like bad dreams that are not like typical bad dreams with monsters or whatever. My bad dreams have been like nieces going missing and not being told about it, and people not searching for them. Kind of bad dreams, which are another level of bad dreams, I will say. Like anything involving kids actually like straight up terrifies me. Especially if they're like, you know, my kids. I don't have any biologically, but like those are my kids. And so this one was less. So that is this color that is dying. You just gotta make it through the year, because I don't need a whole new pack of flare pins because this one is dying. Steps, I think, are a lot further not tracked because... Oh, it's just 1 day further. I will say this. So, I have been pretty consistent with hitting my step goal, but not going above and beyond like I usually do. This one almost did. I should have just sucked it up and took like 5 more steps. Actually, it was like 50, but still. But which I am surprised that I'm still getting these steps, because like a month ago, guys, I fell and I hurt my knee, if you're new. I still have no feeling in my knee, still pretty sensitive. But Friday, I worked with medically fragile students. By the way, I was a teacher, and my mental health was suffering, and I spoke to my department head about it, and they said that my schedule would be the same next year as it was this year. And I said, I can't do that because it's like, this is really getting to me. And they said, they're like, there's nothing they can do about it. So I went into subbing. So now I get to sub everywhere. But I worked there on Friday, and then I hosted Bunko. So I actually got a lot of steps. I had 10,000. 991 steps. But on Friday, yeah, in the medically fragile, there's a ramp for the students in wheelchairs to go down to get on the bus. That's super steep. And then with my knee, it kind of like was hurting my knee doing that, and then I continued to walk on it. But I also like ran into a metal thing in my room with my knee, and it hurt so bad. And then yesterday, I decided to rest it. So yesterday, I think, yesterday I rested it, and then I had to carry something back to my room. It's super lightweight. It was like not putting a strain on my knee to carry it. I could have carried it with a pinky. However, when I went to set it down, I was like going slow, and then it's in a box, and so the box slipped out of my hands, and as it fell, it kind of like jostled around and hit me in my knee again. So I hit my injured knee twice in 2 days, and it just is not happy. So yesterday I was like really resting it. Sorry, my health app on my phone that connects to my watch just said something about a sleep animal, and I was thoroughly confused. But I'm pretty sure, I don't think I did over 3,000, but I do think I did over 2.5. Oh, I didn't even get 2.5. Ah, wow. Oh, sad. But again, I went way over. And most of these are over, because my minimum goal is 7,000. So, like, I think I did fine making it up throughout the week. I needed to take time to rest, and that's perfectly fine. Not my cycle. Habit tracker. Okay. Not this one I haven't been doing. Morning routine. I will be doing it today. I need to wash my hair and stuff, so I'm gonna do that at that same time. I cannot remember for the life of me if I did it yesterday, which means I think I didn't. But I know I did it every other day. Which if I didn't, that stinks, because that broke a really good streak of me actually doing my morning routine since over a month. However, no, that wasn't morning routine, that was scriptures. It's still almost been a month. And I could have, and I just don't remember. But since I don't remember, I don't feel confident in marking it off. I've done my scripture study. I gotta do a little more today. I'm teaching at church today, so yeah. I have been consistent with my blood sugars, which is why I think I actually might have done it yesterday, my morning routine, because it's like a right after kind of thing. But I am not confident. I don't think I journaled at all this week. I did not. Oh, I did track a meal. When did I track my meal? I did it Friday. I tracked 2 meals that day. I don't think I did anything else. Okay. Spending. I have been tracking that pretty well. I need to go to the bank and get this out before I spend it. I did spend on my credit card. I unlocked it. C's Candy has an advent calendar, and we got it last year, and it was not anything to brag about. We were not totally happy. And then they came out with this year's, which is way better looking. However, I don't know if the candy selection is any better. but I bought it anyway. And what's ridiculous is like a pound of their candy in a box is, how much is it? It's like $30, which is ridiculous anyway for chocolate. The advent calendar is 1.1 ounces of chocolate and it is $75. So, weigh-ins. Okay. So if you're new, yes, I do weigh in every week. Actually, I weigh in like basically almost every day. And excuse me. I keep track of my weight and weigh-ins. I was to the point where I was almost 400 pounds. And I am not there anymore. I want to say it's been since January. No, it hasn't been since January. Because I had already gone down some in January of this year. But I'm actively trying now. That being said, because of the gluten, I know I am bloated. And because of the cheese, I know I have not had like positive bathroom experiences, if you know what I mean. In addition to that, I know I've been eating my feelings, so I know my weight is not going to properly reflect this week. That being said, my weight is just my mass in relation to gravity, and so I don't put a lot of my self-worth into my weight because I know enough about how weight works to know that my numbers today are not my permanent numbers. They are not necessarily accurate numbers because it takes overeating. So this is going to be an impromptu calorie lesson. So calories are what give us energy to burn, and calories are what our food are made out of. But the way calories work is 1 calorie or 1 pound of fat is 350 calories. So in order for me to lose weight, I need to burn 350 calories. Most easy way to do that is with a calorie deficit. I do not have a calorie deficit. Pretty sure I just was at calorie maintenance, which is just the minimum amount of calories you need to eat to maintain your current weight. However, because of having such salty foods yesterday, not gluttonous food, kind of could be gluttonous, but salty food can make you retain water. I had gluten, which actually helps me to retain water as well, and it keeps me bloated and things like that. And I ate way too late last night. Like, I like to cut off my eating at like 5 o'clock, and I was eating at 6 or 7. So I know these numbers are not actually real positive numbers, and I almost don't want to write them down because I know they're not. Oops, that's not the right color. It should be brown still. Because I know it is not a reflection of a true weight, but I need to be transparent and I need to own up to my eating habits and to what I have been doing this week. So, when I weighed, and this could change like even after I shower because my weight does that, I was 52.1, which means, yes, I did put on weight this week, which means I don't get to pay myself for it, which is not bad because my budget's super tight, because as a substitute, I make half of what I made as a teacher, and teachers already did not make a ton of money. That being said, I'm still going to pay myself for these dips when I work out my budget. It's just, and yes, I pay myself $1 per pound. My dad has offered to give me the weight loss surgery, but I do not want to do the weight loss surgery, so he's matching my pound per pound of weight loss. So I was 50.8 last week. We're going to take away 52.1. So that's not even as bad as I thought. Okay. So I put on 1.3 pounds, but again, that's not necessarily actually put on. It could just be water retention. It could be this or that. And then I'm going to do my overall, which when I started tracking, I was 74.1, And now I am 72.1. That's not right. No, I'm 52.1. So overall, from the beginning of the year, I'm still down 22 pounds. So that's like 72 bucks that I pay myself, because what I do when I pay myself is, well, I'd pay myself for $1 for every pound, so that's $23. But then when I hit the increments, like a 5 or a 15 or a 10 or a 20, I pay myself an additional that amount. So when I lost 5 pounds, I paid myself $1 for the pound, but an additional $5 for that pound. But yeah. And for new people, if you're interested, I go through and, sorry, hold on. I didn't ever call in the 20. Okay, anyway, I do measurements once a week because it's once a week. Or not once a week, once a month. So I'll be doing that on the first Sunday of the month. I'm tracking paying off my car, and I do that on the first of the month because I only make one payment a month. Student loans, I've been trying to track, but it has not been moving as hard as I try. I'm making regular payments, but it is not going down. Credit card payment, it was at 0. I'm hoping to just straight off pay it off. Tracking my movies. What movie was it that I reviewed on Monday? You guys have not seen The Sleepover yet, because I have not posted that video, because instead I went to the movies and saw the greatest, oh, that's not how you spell greatest, Christmas pageant, that's not how you spell pageant, ever. It was made this year, 2024. It was rated PG. We saw it at Fat Cats. That review is already up. This one might be going up Monday. Might not, because I might be going to see a movie tomorrow after I get off work, because I only work a half day. We shall see. And then this one is my subs and my watch hours. I'm only going to track this once a month because sometimes I get no change, but like this week, you guys have like really pulled it out of the net, pulled it out of the basket, pulled it out of whatever you pull things out of. Man, drives me nuts that I can't remember that now. And have made me jump, but I don't normally jump that much. So, I will update this in 2 weeks. And that is my health check-in for today. I will be posting later on today the freebies that I'm going to be putting up in my Ko-fi after church. And for the new people, when I get to 500 subbies, I'm going to be giving away this scratcher that saves 85, and this gorgeous scratcher by Danny at Craft Co. Budgets that saves 60. This one's denominations of 1 through 7. This one, I can't remember if it was made by Steps on a Budget or Boy Mom Loves to Save, but it saves 85. And underneath are like backhanded compliments, conversation hearts. So once I get to 500 subbies, I'll be giving that away. I might throw in a couple of things else, but I'm not going to advertise it if I do, so you know. But that's something to look forward to. Probably, honestly, I'm thinking probably December, late December, January. But yeah, so thank you all for coming. I appreciate you being here. Bye.